You can store all the ice in the bin below. It comes with this cute little scooper. We are going to be going through my Amazon kitchen favorites. I have a lot of things that I want to share with you guys that I have found very, very useful in the kitchen, but we're going to be doing things a little bit different for this video just to kind of switch things up and keep these favorites videos from getting stale. I'm actually going to be taking you guys down into the kitchen and showing you guys everything in their actual spots, taking you around the kitchen and the dining room. But before we head downstairs, I just want to welcome anyone who's new to my channel. My name's Sarah. I create content on fashion, beauty, and lifestyle. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. And for everyone watching, please make sure to hit that like button and leave me a comment. Let me know what your favorite item was or what one of your favorite Amazon kitchen favorites are. But let's go ahead and head downstairs and tour all of my Amazon favorites in the kitchen. The first favorite is one that vlog watchers are very familiar with, and it is my Morocco electric milk steamer and frother. I love this. I cannot live without this. I literally use it every single day. It's so good. I do have a Nespresso, as you guys can see. It is an older Nespresso, so this was before they were doing the milk frothers, so I did have to purchase one for mine. I debated getting the Nespresso one, but this one was literally a fraction of the price, and it works so well. Like I said, I use it every day. I put it through the ringer, and I've never had a problem with it, and it gives me the most perfect froth on my milk. Then this next favorite is one of my favorite things I've ever purchased from Amazon, and it is our new gravity activated salt and pepper grinders. As you guys can see, they do come in this little holder, which is really nice. It almost makes it feel like it's a restaurant, and these are actually battery operated, so the batteries are in here, and then you fill up the bottom with salt and pepper or whatever you need. And when you tip it over, it automatically starts grinding, which is so cool. It also has a blue LED light that turns on, so you can definitely see that your salt and pepper is being ground, and we really love these. We can't get enough of them. These would also make a really, really great housewarming gift, or just gift in general, because pepper and grinder shakers aren't really something that people think too much about when purchasing for themselves. They'll just usually buy the basic ones. So I think upgrading those for someone for an event or a celebration would be a really nice gift. Next up, you guys see these all the time, but I just wanted a more aesthetic way to store Spartacus's treats. So I got these little candy jars that fit so perfectly in our windowsill. I just thought that this was a much nicer look than leaving everything in their bags or their containers, and it makes it kind of fun to come here in the morning. It's like Spartacus's own little treat shop, and as you guys can see, all of his treats fit perfectly in here. Obviously, you can do more than pet treats. You can put actual candy in here. That would be really cute if you have kids and they can come over and pick out their candy out of these jars like they're at an actual candy shop. Or you could put supplements in these, seasonings, crackers, basically anything that'll fit in these. It's just a fun little unique way to display some of your smaller staples. Up next, going into our extra spices and seasonings, I cannot get enough of these Lazy Susans. These are clear acrylic Lazy Susans. I believe the ones that we have are the 10-inch, but this cabinet right here used to be so incredibly disorganized. We would have the hardest time finding spices that we needed. I would end up purchasing dupes, not realizing that, say we already had cinnamon, I just couldn't find it because everything was just jammed in here. It was impossible to see. I would have to take everything out to find the spice that I needed. So organizing everything into these Lazy Susans not only saved us on space and kept everything organized, it's a lot easier to find everything. I can see all of the spices and then all of our vinegar, syrups, and oils really easily without having to dig through a ton of bottles and displace everything. So these honestly are a game changer if you guys are having that same issue where you're having a hard time just organizing your spices and seeing what you have and you're constantly knocking bottles down and stuff. Check out these Lazy Susans because these are so good. I've never felt more organized in my life than when I finally purchased these for our spices and seasonings. Then into this drawer, I will give you guys a heads up. This is not the most organized drawer, so maybe one of the next things that I purchased from Amazon for this kitchen will be an organizer for this, but I did want to show you guys one thing in particular that we love, and it is our pasta strainer spoon. Whenever we're cooking individual portions of pastas, it was just getting to be a bit much to pull out the strainer because the strainer is so big. It's tough to put it in the dishwasher because it has to go on the top rack. Since it's plastic, it takes up so much space, it's bulky. So I finally got us this pasta strainer spoon, and it is absolutely absolutely perfect for individual proportions. I love it so much. And then even if you don't want to pour the pasta out, you could easily go into the pot and scoop all of the pasta into this, and that way you can also save yourself on the pasta water if you want to use it for your sauce. So this has a ton of advantages, and one of my favorite parts about it is that it has these two little bumps back here. So when you are straining your pasta, if you want to have it strain over the pot, these two little bumps will kind of grip the pot to secure the spoon in place. And this one is a biggie for me because we know I love my protein shakes. This is the Ninja Personal Blender, and I really love this for my daily smoothies. I used to use our big blender, and it was just such a pain in the ass to pull in and out every single day. So I switched to the Personal Blender, which has been a lot easier to maneuver, and this definitely has more than enough power to blend all of my smoothies and shakes. And then Trevor's actually used this to blend potatoes before for his twice baked potatoes, so a ton of different uses for this. It's definitely small but mighty. So it comes with actually two of these individual like smoothie containers, and it does have the measurements on them in case you are measuring out your ingredients. It has a side for milliliters and then a side for ounces, and it lets you know what the max fill is. And then this is the blade, which you screw on the top of that, and then finally the bottom portion with the motor. Popping into our glasses cabinet, I did want to call out one mug in particular, although technically it's not a mug because it's so small, but it is our double-walled espresso coffee cups. I got these for Christmas, and Trevor and I actually use these a ton. Trevor uses this for his coffees. He likes to do a shot of espresso and pour it into some milk. So this is what he uses to measure out and make his espresso. This will hold 2 to 3 shots of espresso, so this whole thing is not one shot of espresso. That would definitely be a really, really huge espresso shot. And then every once in a while, if I need an energy boost, I'll have a shot or two of espresso, which I will make in these. But the other thing that I actually use this for sometimes is for ice cream. It's perfect for the size because then I won't go eating a huge portion of ice cream when I don't really want to. And it's nice since it is double walled. The temperature is regulated on the outside, so my hands don't feel too hot or too cold. And for the ice cream too, it helps keep it frozen longer because then the heat from my hand isn't warming up the ice cream. Moving on to the pantry. The pantry is actually one of our favorites in general for the kitchen. Our kitchen did not come equipped with an actual pantry section, and we were starting to get so crowded. So we researched pantry units for so long, and we came across this one, and this was the perfect unit for us. This one is about 5.5 feet tall, and it's pretty wide, so it can fit in a lot of stuff. And I'll open it up so you guys can see. It does have these 2 silver handles, and once it's open, look at how much stuff this holds. We have a ton in here. Obviously, I need to organize it. It's definitely gotten away from us since the last time I organized it, but it fits so much stuff. And then if you don't want to use this as a pantry, it would also be a really, really good storage unit in general. Okay, then favorites that actually help to keep us organized inside the pantry. The first one is my cereal dispenser. I got this for Christmas this year, and I absolutely love it. I did have it on my wish list, so it was something that I actually wanted, and I'm so glad that my friend got it for me because it's been perfect. I've been really into Magic Spoon cereal, so I usually have it on hand, and I love this dispenser because it makes it easy to portion it out. I just pop the bowl in here, turn the knob, and I know that 3 turns is about a cup, so it's very, very helpful for portioning things out. And then also too, when I first got this, I told you guys I was worried about how well the cereal was going to keep in here. I was afraid that it might get stale with the fact that it seemed like air could get through, especially down here where the knobs are, but it actually keeps my cereal super, super well. I've had the cereal in here for a couple months actually because I don't go through the box very quickly. It usually takes me about 3 to 4 months to finish up 1 box of Magic Spoon cereal, and neither of these cereals are stale at all. This definitely keeps the cereal a lot better than if I was to leave it in a box. The next item I want to mention, I have these all over the kitchen. A lot of them are here in the pantry, but I have some of them in the other cabinets, but it is these containers. We got a set of 20 pieces, and I think it was about like $75, which if you've ever shopped for these was actually a pretty good deal. All of these are airtight. They have the airtight tops on them, and they come in a bunch of different sizes. This one here, I think is the second biggest one, and then these are the smallest ones. Right down here, I have the medium ones. You guys can see we store a ton of different things in here. We've got granola, we've got coffee. I have some extra Nespresso pods just to keep them from getting stale. As you guys saw up here, this one has brown sugar, regular sugar, chocolate chips. And then over here in the other pantry, we have pasta stored in them. And then this one is actually the biggest one. It doesn't even fit standing up, so I have to put it on its side, but this one is really long. And as you guys can see, it'll definitely fit those longer spaghetti noodles. And then for the bagged items in our pantry, I have been in love with these chip clips. These are black metal chip clips. They come in a pack of like 20 or something like that. I don't even know. I literally have so many. I feel like they're multiplying. I got them like 8 months ago and I still have 2 sections that I haven't opened. So if you have like a project you've been wanting to do where you really want to make all of your chip clips uniform and just one kind of style, get this pack, because I promise you'll be able to replace all the chip clips in your house and maybe even some more. But these are so awesome because they're super strong. They really do seal the chip bags very, very well. I don't ever run into a problem with my chips getting stale whenever I use these on them. Then another favorite that we love for the kitchen is our dining room table. This would also be great in like a little kitchenette for like a breakfast nook. So that's why I'm gonna go ahead and include it here in this video. Our dining room is pretty much attached to our kitchen, so I just count it all in one lump. But we are obsessed with this table. We love the grain on it. We just thought it was so pretty. I typically don't go for warm woods, but I feel like with the black in the grain, it works really, really well. And then the legs are black metal. It matches our house very well. We do have a lot of touches of black, so this definitely fit in, but added in that texture and warmth with this wood. And then I specifically wanted bench seating. That way these could kind of like ebb and flow. If we're sitting just the 2 of us, or we have a couple friends over, this can fit 4. And then if we're really pushing it, this could fit 8. We would be squeezed, but I could always add on 2 chairs at the end of the table. But yeah, we really like this. More often than not, it is actually used as my desk for work because I can fit my monitor on top. But for the times that we actually do want to sit down at a table and eat, or we have people over, we're so glad that we have this dining room table. And this was actually really inexpensive. It's less than $200. So if you have an apartment where you can't do a grand dining room table, or you just want an affordable table for your kitchen nook, this would be a really, really wonderful option. It comes in a few other colors and a few other grains, so definitely something for everyone. Then over here in the bar, I did want to point out our wine holder. This is the butterfly wood wine holder rack, and I really like it because I feel like it's really aesthetic. I love the dark espresso wood on here, and just in general, the shape of it is so pretty. I feel like a lot of wine racks can feel really basic, but this one almost feels a little bit artsy. Then down here, I can't forget about our new wine glass set. I just got these in. I had been wanting this shape for a really, really long time. I feel like this shape is so trendy, but I'm here for this trend. These ones are the red wine glasses, but I feel like this shape can definitely work for both red and white wine. It's not so big that it feels overly extra for white wine, but it's big enough that it feels like it's still grand enough for red wine. So I feel like if I only had to pick one of our wine glasses to keep, it would be this shape. And what I really love about this shape is just how much to a point these come out right here at the widest part. I just think it's really pretty. Like I said, I had been wanting the shape for so long, and I was so glad that I was able to find a reasonably priced set on Amazon. And for the mornings where I'm gonna have iced coffee, I really love these 24-ounce mason jars. These have a handle. That's specifically why I like them so much. They're really good quality, nice and thick. I will say you cannot put hot liquids in here. The bottom will break, even though on their description it says that you can. Go down to the reviews, you guys will see everyone who's tried to do hot liquid in these has had an issue. So definitely I would only use these for cold beverages, but these are really, really awesome for that. I just like the convenience of the handle, and I love how much liquid this mason jar can hold because I make really, really big iced coffees. And obviously I need to make my iced coffee, and that is where my cold brew creamer comes in. I got this as a Christmas present. It was on my list, but this has become one of my most used presents. I really love this cold brew maker anytime I want iced coffee. For those of you who watch my vlogs, you know I am addicted to the Starbucks Verona blend whenever it comes to making my iced coffees. And then for ice, I can't get enough of my little nugget ice cube ice maker. So for this ice maker, you just add water in this top tray, and obviously you just freeze it. And then once it's ready, you can store all the ice in the bin below. It comes with this cute little scooper, which I love. It just feels like such a cute little process to make my iced coffees in the morning, scooping out my ice from here. And I also really, really love the nugget cubes. I think that they're so cute, and they're just kind of like the perfect shape and size for iced coffee. And my final kitchen favorite is one that you guys see me use all the time. First off, please ignore the disarray that is this drawer, but I obviously cannot live without my glass straws. You guys see me use these constantly. I'm always suggesting these. These are
really wide, really thick glass straws. So they're very hard to break. They're gonna last for a while. They come in a pack of 4 with 2 straight straws and then 2 bent straws. I love these specifically for my iced coffee. I also really love them for smoothies. Again, it's a wide mouth, so these are definitely made to be able to sip smoothies through. And these are definitely a product I cannot live without, so much so that I actually own 2 packs because there were times that I was using 2 of these a day. And if we hadn't run the dishwasher yet, I just wanted to make sure that I always had glass straws on hand. And I actually almost forgot an honorable mention. This is a kitchen tool that is very specific, is for a very specific purpose, and it is actually a grape peeler. I've talked about this many times before, but I actually don't like the skin on most fruits, and that includes grapes, and as you guys can imagine, it is a pain in the ass to peel my grapes. Thank you, Grandma, for that. She got me hooked on that when I was a kid, and ever since then, I cannot stand the skin on grapes. So I got this little grape peeler. It actually works pretty well once you get the handle of it. You just insert the point through the opening on the grape where the vine came out and then push the tool through and scoop it, and it pulls out the meat of the grape really easily. So if you are weird like me and you, for some reason, refuse to eat the skin on grapes as well, I definitely recommend this. This has been such a time saver during the very few times that I do eat grapes.
All right, you guys, well, that is gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed and that you guys found some helpful kitchen suggestions. Again, please don't forget to like this video and leave me a comment, and also subscribe if you're new here so that you can stay up to date on my latest videos. But I love you guys. Thank you so much again for watching. I will see you in my next one. Bye.